Hi guys,
Hello people,
I'm Milena,
I'm Lola.
and we're watching Sopranos, last episode of season 4.
You guys have warned us this is a bit
A longer episode.
I'm very excited about that because why would it need to be longer? So many things are happening.
I agree. I honestly think this episode is gonna be very good. I expect something big to happen with Carmela and Tony. That is something that I expect.
I expect something big to happen with Carmine.
Carmine.
And I hope something with Carmela and Tony, but I would not hold my breath. But I would hope.
I'm maybe convinced too much that now.
Well, look at the picture of this episode. Look at the picture.
I'm honestly convinced too much. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, hour and 12 minutes.
White caps, that means nothing to me.
To me either. I expect too much that now if it's just karma, and I feel like I will get disappointed.
That's why I'm trying to measure my expectations.
I'm not gonna get disappointed if it's a good episode, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I really would prefer, I somehow feel like time has come.
Yeah.
No need to prolong it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying divorce. I'm saying tell him that you are in love with Furio. That is what I'm saying.
I would really love to see that. Again, I do think the big portion of this episode is gonna be somehow getting rid of Carmine, maybe by making it look like it was a health thing when it wasn't.
I definitely think that's how Johnny
White caps. What is white caps? I feel like we heard this in The Wire. White caps. Is that not white caps? Was that not the episode where Avon killed all the people in prison?
I honestly don't know.
Was it white caps or something? It doesn't matter. I'm trying to figure this out. Honestly. But yeah, this is what I'm expecting most of this episode to be about. I wonder if we're gonna. I guess not. I thought maybe we're gonna see not Chris, but Adriana, because she is still working as an informant, let's say. So I thought maybe we're gonna.
I think without Chris, she has nothing to
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be for next season. So I don't think we're necessarily maybe gonna see her in this episode.
I think the only way if we would to see her is if she's visiting Chris.
Yeah.
In rehab or something. That's how I imagine it. I somehow don't think that's happening.
I think we're gonna see how the trial is gonna go now.
Yeah,
because they have intimidated a juror in front of his child, which I did not put above them. It's just another thing. I think that's what I'm expecting from this episode.
Honestly, the only thing that I can think about is Carmela and Tony. The rest, again, plot related things, less important to me. So this is something that I want to happen in this episode. So let's see if it will.
Let's see what happens in an hour and 12 minutes.
I don't know. I feel even the fact that it's longer tells me that they're giving us something big.
God, I would love that. She literally is dying inside. Oh my God, it's about to be
God.
He's out.
She literally doesn't want him to.
Oh God, everything is happening. Everything is happening.
I was about to say she doesn't want him to take care of her. But this is, oh my God, I cannot believe this.
What's your emotional level? Stress off the charts lately, like all of us? Death, major change of any kind?
Just the usual, one day runs into the next. Thank you for coming.
Having to thank him, was that not...
I make a stop. Not a sheep right.
Tony, I don't feel well.
You get some sea air. We'll stop at bars. You want to go.
Damn it. Is that my father's truck? What the hell's going on?
We don't know. We're gonna find out.
What is happening?
I have no idea.
Did he buy...
So, what do you think, Mel?
Did you buy someone...
That's right. She even got a name.
White cat.
Where did this come from?
Well, that's if we can get it.
It's a huge amount of money.
It's for the family.
Like a beach house.
As the kids get older, it gets harder to keep us all together, but this is a draw. And for us too, though.
Huh.
When we were piss poor, this was the biggest caviar wish we could come up with. It reminds you of the Kennedy compound, don't it?
You know what happens to the Kennedys? They have really bad luck. God, I wish it's not a hung jury.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've communicated that you feel that you're unable to come to a unanimous verdict in this case. Now, I know that you've been at it for a while, and it can be frustrating. I'm going to ask you to go back in there and reason with each other and apply the law and come back in here with a verdict.
Well, unfucking believable. Hey, well, would we have a gym? It's the shore. Wouldn't you want to be outdoors?
Forget that. You're fined $3 for the F word.
I heard Dad say mother F when I was coming down the stairs.
He's fined too. We're gonna make this policy work.
I don't think it's gonna take. It's too late. Ah, isn't that the truth?
What's going on?
Literally, the turning on the light.
You know, it does seem like a good value, even at that price. If you want me to sign off, we probably wouldn't lose money. But if you don't want to go through with it, believe me, that's fine too.
This time we need bigger gifts. Like a house.
Yeah. Better to act quickly if, you know, more is lost by indecision than by wrong decision. That's all I'm saying.
So how the fuck are you? That place help you?
Oh, yeah. I found out about strengths I have I didn't even know I had.
Well, you look fucking great.
Especially Adrian.
So you're not shooting junk, right?
Fuck no. I'm completely clean and sober.
Which one of the 12 steps you on now?
The only one I haven't exactly done is go around to all the people I fucked over while I was using and apologize.
Maybe you shouldn't do that one.
Maybe in a couple of cases I'll send flowers or cash in some cases.
Those are the things you guys do the best.
Moving from outside, it's more forgivable and more understandable, given the facts here. Yes, you still got the 4 other families who can raise a stink. Andy's my brother. I have their ear. I'm gonna pay us. What are you talking about? I'm taking all the risk. What were you talking about last time? What would it take? I'll cream in 1 percentage point. All claims to my HUD business are imitated. All future construction projects, 60-40, in my favor. What I want to tell you is for your ears only. We're gonna take out Carmine Lupatasi.
He just came out of fucking rehab. We're taking out Carmine.
Johnny Sack's gonna go to war, Tom.
No, he's not. I can do 15 days. Shortest allowable by law. Fuck this.
God, this is usually Tony in this position.
Hello? We did?
Literally the biggest gift that he can give to her.
And just like the gifts have to escalate by what he does. Now it's a house.
Oh my god, this is
Aww.
nice.
You'll inherit this.
Dad, what a thing to say.
Anthony Soprano. You are full of surprises.
I wanted a burger with your beef.
I'm sorry. I have a wrong number.
Well, this is the Soprano residence.
Who?
No, this is Anthony.
Oh, yes. Is your mother there?
Ma, telephone! I don't know.
Hello?
Is this Mrs. Sopranos?
Yes, it is.
I used to fuck your husband.
JJ, I got it!
Well, I thought you might want to know we have some sadness in common. He's been sleeping with my cousin Svetlana.
That's right. Well, she was taking care of his uncle.
Hello? You piece of shit. So if you can, imagine why you're on the pecking order. You call my house again. You ever speak to one of my children again, I will track you down and I will kill you. We have got guns here. I mean it. You remember my cousin. She was also his mama's caregiver with the one leg.
It's so absurd. Why would they make it up?
This is not at all.
I did say
What
thing.
did he?
Yeah. I did say one thing have to push her over the edge. I didn't mean this.
I thought we already were pushed. You know
Me
what I mean?
too,
Like,
I just
this
thought
is not
one
a
more
surprising thing.
What the fuck are you doing?
Fucking shit, man! Don't come up here! Get the fuck out of this house!
Where's AJ?
You have made a fool of me for years with these whores. Now it's come into our home. The Russian called. Your son answered the telephone.
Oh, jeez.
She's insane. She's fucking certifiable. I told you. You can't believe nothing she says, whatever it is. And we haven't seen each other like that. I told you.
What about her cousin?
Oh.
The nurse who took care of your mother, who I liked? You've been fucking her?
There's not a shred of truth in that.
Why would the cousin make it up? Because she's jealous! Why? Let go of me! Just get out, Tony. Don't even say anything.
I'm not going anywhere, and you know it. So let's just lie down. We'll calm down.
Get your hands off of me! Don't you touch me ever again! So you got a one-legged one now, huh? That's nice. You've had quite a time on my watch. Preschool assistant, the weightlifter.
At least I never stole from you.
Who stole, Tony? Who, me?
My own wife, 40 grand from the bird feed.
Bird feeder, listen to yourself. You sound demented. If you want to hit me, Tony, go ahead. Just go away, please. I can't stand it anymore.
I didn't do it.
I found your fingernail, Tony. You saw it that day on your night table. I found it and I put it there. I know you saw it.
That...
What? That what?
Look.
I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel good.
What?
You know, I don't understand, Tony. What does she have that I don't have?
I'm not carrying on an affair with the cousin, and I will take a goddamn polygraph to that effect.
I want you to leave this house, Tony. Please. I want you to leave me alone.
What about the kids?
Yeah, it's horrible. God help them.
I don't feel good, honestly.
Open the fucking door, I'll kick it in!
I mean, only if she's insane.
She's not there. She blames you for running Zelman. You beat him with belt. He fell weak in front of her. She told me he couldn't perform. They broke up not so long after.
Oh, fuck that. I gotta go home tomorrow. And I gotta tell my kids we're separating. Gonna rip them up. Shouldn't have been drinking in the afternoon. How about a little sympathy? What do you got, fucking ice in your veins?
I had ice in my veins on your uncle couch.
Most expensive piece of ass I ever had.
Take care, Tony. You're stronger. You'll be alright.
This is insane. I
Not
cannot.
at all what I thought we were gonna be doing. I cannot process this.
I couldn't process when she started talking, and when I heard like it takes me seconds to come to my mind what she just said.
She did such a great job, the actress.
Actress is
She
honestly
did
my
such
eyes
a great
watered
job. Like
just
the way that
because
she was
of
screaming.
no words, and then the chill
I didn't know
voice.
what I literally didn't know
When
what to
she
do with
said,
myself.
like the calm voice when she said, like, I want you to leave the house.
She did such a good job.
Oh, they're not gonna approach her because Chris is home probably.
He says he isn't sure anymore he'd be a good father. You have to kill him like dog. Because he says he wants to, help get him in recovery when he resurfaces. You know Ralph's second in command, Vito. When Christopher was away, I had that asshole call me every 5 minutes to see if I needed anything.
Oh.
Is Christopher now?
Yeah, I mean, hello. Not really. I mean, he'd be angry.
Because I didn't register, like, what she, like, sure he'd kill him,
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Don't tell the police.
Who's that?
Is it Alan?
Is that what Alan looked
I
like?
mean, I don't know, just like he had a hat. I didn't see him really.
I saw your car. ¿Qué pasa?
I guess it is Alan.
What's up?
This Alan.
Alan just told me.
I literally cannot recognize the
Well,
man.
the thing is, in light of it, I was going over it in the shower, and I realized that as much as I want this place, now is not the time for me to be buying a house. Sorry, I know it's a big disappointment. You want to see how I feel?
Just looked at the house.
Just want to get my deposit back, and I'll get out of your life.
Well, Tony, it's just not that clear to me how your marital situation negates the purchase.
I mean, most of this was for my kids.
I don't want to be insensitive with what you've got on your plate, but we have a signed contract.
What's the big deal? Why don't you just let me out of this thing, okay?
I can't, I have partners.
You really don't know who you're dealing with here.
That guy's a mobster.
They buy houses from people, they conduct business. I dealt with them on that Neapolitan copyright thing for Enya. I'll probably let him walk, but that's a negotiation, which he knows full well.
You don't have any partners.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Just talk to Carmine. He's ready to settle.
Are you kidding me? Everything's in motion.
Welcome to my world.
What's happening now?
Johnny. Chris already paid these guys.
One of us suffers a personal tragedy, falls ill, and whatnot. You're all feeling deeply.
Sure.
No matter what kind of acrimony's in the air.
10 years, you're losing money out your ass.
We all agree we want to get back to earning 20%.
15.
You know what? In the interest of putting this shit to bed, that's what it's going to take. 15.
God. I have no idea what's happening.
My son was a big help with all this. I want you always to remember that. Even after I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not going no place.
Elpy's a fucking rhino, this guy.
You almost died. Oh my god, my girl.
I used to feel so superior because so many of my friends had these fucked up divorced parents.
I guess I do too. We had a lot of wonderful times as a family.
All predicated on bullshit.
I don't want to fight with you, Meadow. That's not true. I think you know it.
It was because of Furio, wasn't it?
Who said anything about Furio?
Jesus. How could you eat shit from him for all those years?
She's not al dente. Well, I guess that's that, huh?
Is it?
Things have a momentum on their own. More is lost by indecision than wrong decision.
Uh-huh.
That's a good point. Okay then, you'll hear from me. We're not up for Tuesday no more, right? Go on.
God.
Johnny
Didn't
said,
even question it.
I always work very fucking hard to make him think I like him. And try to feel him out about shit. They think he and Robbie were in bed somewhere.
What a loser.
Pathetic. Literally pathetic.
One
What
bad
a
that joke
loser.
With all due love and respect to Kamala, I put her shit out on the curb and let it rain on up.
Of course you would.
No! You can't disrupt the kids. It's his house as much as it is hers.
More. I paid for it.
That's right, Dee. I'm on your side on this.
Pathetic.
Even he knows he's being
Yeah.
such a loser.
She's the one who taught me to fucking buy it in the first place. Now I'm on the streets. You must read me entirely. You must think I'm a fucking dub.
Just be forewarned. You're not getting your deposit back.
Alan,
Alan, you're insane.
interestingly bold. Uh-huh.
Jesus, you scared me to death.
This is my house, Carmela, and I'm not leaving.
Get out of here, Tony. I asked you once nicely.
I know what happened was wrong. I was an asshole. And I apologize. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Insane.
I said, get out.
Make me.
Fine, stay.
You're not the one who will.
Let go of me. You had son will be home. You wanted to see his father like this?
You'd love that, wouldn't you? I'm not leaving here, Carmela.
I don't love you anymore. I don't want you. You are not sleeping in my bed, Tony. The thought of it now makes me sick. Jesus Christ almighty, I'm going fucking crazy.
Oh, call it off.
The
old guy. Yeah? Something don't make sense here.
Think it's a setup?
Not necessarily, but Fred is very anxious to pass the ball to Brick. But nobody can notice was ever considered.
I'll offer my guys half of what they'd have got. That should do it.
I just want you to make sure. I told you that.
Call out.
You get the tape for Triple and H again? Don't forget to call us.
Like we said, you're gonna keep this quiet.
I got the mouth on the statue, nigga. Word.
This has to be the easiest earned money.
Not
Like,
exactly.
you did nothing.
Literally.
Just got a bag of cash.
You just have to keep quiet about something that like you wouldn't even know.
Or she be haunting my ass for that child.
See, maybe that makes more sense. I was wondering, like, why wouldn't he kill them? But, like, he just drove off, so I was like, sure.
Yeah, me too.
Wondering when you were gonna move those theater seats down to the garage. They're on the lawn, Tony. They're gonna ruin the grass.
Back for the day! Back for the day! What possible reason could you have for coming out here, talk to me about theater seats, except to bust my balls?
I wanted to water while I was out. Fuck you.
It's gonna cost you $3.
You know what, Tony? It's done is done. You know where we are. It's for the best. That I might actually have gone on with your cheating and your bullshit. If your attitude around here had been even the least bit loving, cooperative, interested.
Whose idea was whitecaps?
Just a bigger version of an emerald ring. So you can keep on with your other life.
You don't know me at all.
I know you better than anybody, Tony. Even your friends. Which is probably why you hate me.
Hate you? Oh, don't worry. I'm going to hell when I die. Nice thing to say to a person heading into an MRI.
God, I forgot that.
Me too. God, I didn't feel good.
They've always been sorry I said that. You were my guide. You could be so sweet. Nobody could make me laugh like you.
Carmela, who the fuck did you think I was when you married me, huh? You knew my father. You grew up around Dickie Moltisanti and your Uncle Eddie. Where do you get off acting all surprised and miffed when there were women on the side? You knew the deal.
Deal?
You and I both know that the other boyfriend you were debating marrying was Jerry Toofy with his father's snowplow business. And we now know that that wouldn't have suited you at all.
You really don't hear me, do you? You think for me it's all about things.
Oh, no, I forced all this shit on you. What you really crave is a little Hyundai and a simple gold heart on a chain.
You were so fucking hateful. Can I tell you something, Tony?
Don't pretend like I got a choice.
The last year, I have been dreaming and fantasizing and in love with Furio. Every morning when he'd come to pick you up, I would look forward to it all night long in bed, next to you. Those nights when you were actually in the bed. And he would ring the doorbell. I felt like my heart would come out of my chest. He would smile, and we'd talk, and then you would come down the stairs. And I felt probably like someone who was terminally ill, and somehow they managed to forget it for a minute. And then it all comes back.
He talked to you all. Poor you.
He made me feel like I mattered.
You asked me the other day, but Irene's cousin has that you don't have. And I thought about it because it's a pretty good fucking question. I could converse with her because she had something to say.
I am here. I have things to say.
Besides, bring the fucking chairs down and did you sign to live in trust? She's a grown fucking woman who's been kicked around and she's been on her own and she's had to fight and struggle.
Unlike me, is that it? Who the fuck wanted it like this? Who the fuck pissed and molded just the idea of me with a fucking real estate license?
Free to sit back for 20 fucking years and fiddle with the air conditioning and fucking bitch and complain and fucking bitch to me, to your priest. Fuck it.
Well, Tony, what about the 1,000 other fucking pigs you had your dick in over the years? The strippers, the cocktail waitresses. Were you best friends with all of them too? You fucking hypocrite.
What is this episode? I'm shocked. What is this episode?
I know, so good. I feel like I need to rewatch these scenes. I feel like I'm not...
Something about this to me seems like I'm watching theater. When their scenes are going, it's like, I don't even know. Oh, I forgot about this even. What is happening? Oh, he needs...
Hello?
Uh-huh. I think that answers the question. It's hard
We
again.
are still hopelessly deadlocked. One juror refuses to deliberate and can't be reasoned with. I have no choice but to declare a mistrial. I know that you did the best you could. You have performed a valuable service. You may be excused.
Shame. I thought it was a hung jury then. And then, like, you retry. Maybe it doesn't happen for every case.
Stay in touch. Call me when your grandson is born.
I wouldn't want to think of you on that day.
Can I move in here? What's wrong with your room? I can't take it anymore. Mom's just on my case all the time. If my dinner got cold. So I was on the phone with Devin. We had to do an algebra problem.
Look, I told you she's having a hard time right now. She goes through a lot of trouble to cook those meals.
So I didn't ask her to. And it's not fair. Why do I have to get stuck with her?
Hey, don't talk about your mother like that.
Well, you don't have to put up with her shit anymore. I heard you tell her off out by the pool.
Well, you're not staying in here. Get that out of your head right now.
Why not?
Because it would hurt her feelings. You don't want to be in her part of the house. Here, go buy her, an LCD she likes and some flowers. Tell her you're sorry. That you try to be more considerate.
Yeah. Want to get one large cheese?
What are they gonna do? All the speakers. It's very petty.
Cheers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Sands Hotel proudly presents the star of our show, direct from the bar, Dean Martin.
The hell? Fucking robot trash. This whole shoreline's turning into the Gulf of Sorrento.
Well, he's not happy about the changing of the plan.
Sorry, I was interviewing divorce lawyers.
That's what I always ask myself. Is it worth it financially?
You and Ginny are the old married couple.
Marriage should be very hard work if both aren't pulling that load.
Only you would know that, Johnny.
I was wondering, why the delay?
You're not gonna be happy. I'm out. Why can a boss is bad for business? Now that he's settled, we can let her. It's not just the internal upheaval.
This is very disappointing.
I know. But he's an old man. Come on, you're gonna get your chance soon enough.
Don't go into coaching, Tony. It's not the wrong suit. Tomorrow I go into work. Creeps on this petty piss. And I take orders from him again? You're that disgusting fucking cocksucker idiot son of his!
I shouldn't be hearing that.
Oh, really?
It's a major step. But if you want to do it without me as a partner, you do what you gotta do. I will never ever reveal any conversation we ever had.
The thing is, we had those conversations. Your mouth is moving along with mine. So now we just go back about our business at the Esplanade like it never happened?
Well, yeah, that would be the healthy choice.
Healthy for who? Why the fuck would I ever trust somebody who will leave me holding my cock like this?
Shouldn't have heard that either.
Huh. There you go. There's the fucking problem.
I still consider you a dear friend.
Is this foreshadowing for season 5? Because like this does not look neither friendly nor nice.
Turn that off and come here. Got something to say to your mother. I might as well tell you at the same time. I've been thinking about things. We living out there. And I decided it's probably not a good idea.
Because I wanted to stay in there with you? No, I won't ask. I just got pissed off.
He has to live with you?
No, wait. Come here. That's not why.
Where are you gonna go?
Worry about it.
You should go back to counseling.
It's better this way.
He's making a right decision. You get a place, we'll go and visit, it'll be better. We'll see.
Well, you guys could still get back together, maybe. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
we're still close.
God, is there nothing to eat in this house?
Be careful.
Be in the closet.
Well, I don't drink anymore. I freeze it now and I eat it like a popsicle.
No, God, this was a shocking episode.
I agree.
This was so shocking.
Hours have passed since we finished the episode.
Literally hours.
Literally
Milena
hours.
drove her mom to the airport.
Yes,
in the
and
meantime.
came back, and we ate, and now we're waiting for our pancakes to come to eat something sweet. You know.
Well, we need to recuperate after this.
Yes. What was this? What was this, guys? Okay, now I can say this was one of my favorite episodes.
That literally was one of the best episodes of the show, literally.
Yes.
No, this literally was. Like, I don't know anything else that happened besides
Me neither,
Carmela
honestly.
and Tony.
I mean, the things were happening.
Yeah,
we can
sure,
talk about them
and
later,
we know
but
they were
let's start
happening, but,
about
like, really,
this.
does anything matter? No, it does not.
I was hoping, again, you knew, like I said it out loud, I was really hoping for something like this. I was hoping, like, first that, like, they're gonna have a conversation, that Carmela is gonna tell him about Furio.
Yes.
But, like, again, something like when you envision something happening, you can never imagine exactly how it's gonna happen, but, like, this was too good. Honestly, this was much better than I expected it to happen. It was performed much better. It was acted much better. It was, like, everything that was said.
There was literally nothing.
The feeling that it gave me, that was fascinating.
Like, I cannot explain it otherwise, and it felt like watching a play. Like, because it felt like they were in the room with us.
I agree,
yelling at each
but
other.
The only
being
reason
like
why
so raw.
I completely agree, but like the only reason why I would not say play, because play is at the same time still acting.
Yeah.
This didn't feel like acting at all. It felt like a broken family.
Yeah.
Honestly, the entire time it felt like a broken family, like two people who have deeply hurt each other during these 6 years and have been keeping quiet, pretending like everything is all right for years and years, and it exploded. It fucking exploded in this episode, and then afterwards it still felt so... That is fascinating to me, how I wished for this to happen for so fucking long. And yet when it happened, all I saw was broken family. You know what I mean? Like I honestly felt sad with everything that has happened, because like you see that these people hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm not saying my feeling has changed. Like, I don't think those two humans should be together.
No, it's a long time
I
coming.
do not think that, like, I still think everything they did, like things they're doing, have done are horrible. And I loved how they both called each other on everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
It
one...
wasn't one-sided. It was definitely...
Everyone got everything off their chest.
Exactly. And, like, it was the thing that, like, the audience was feeling for so long, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree completely.
And, like, a cherry on top was somehow, to me, the feelings of the kids.
Yes.
That was fucking the cherry on top after everything, like that also was painful, in my opinion.
Yeah, because, like, the entire time, I'm, like, because Carmela is, like, begging him to leave and wants him to leave, and I want him to leave. Like, I just want them to be away from each other and separate. And you watch, like, the kids being just like kids in this situation, you know, who are just going through the divorce of their parents. Like, it doesn't matter that everyone can see that it's going to be a much healthier environment.
No, it's fascinating to me how Meadow at one time is asking like she's angry at Carmela. Is this Furio? Like, is it because of him? And seconds later, she's yelling at Mom, how could you allow him to treat you like for all those years?
Yeah.
Like that was fascinating to me.
Yeah, I agree completely. They both did such a great job acting this, but like especially Carmela.
I could definitely agree.
Like, because again, Tony is the main character of the show, and like we have seen him through every episode. He does such a terrific job. I don't think there's a single individual that could have played Tony better. With Carmela, like, you know, she's a main character as well, but like she's not that prominent in the show. So like seeing her emotions in this episode, like literally took me off guard so much, because we have never seen her like this.
But like I just because we have never seen her like this, I think that's why it exploded like this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it was like Carmela was just like quiet, just like taming like bottling all her emotions and keeping them quiet and like inside because, like, screaming, but like never outside.
Yeah.
So like
this is nothing that she didn't know. You know, like when Irina called, I'm like, this is not the first time you hear about this. You know, this is not a surprise to you. You know, it's just that I think because of this thing that has happened with Furio, is still, let's say, a fresh wound. And this comes so close after this, like someone calling her and telling her that Tony has slept with yet another woman, like just another betrayal. Like that was it at that point. Like she could not take any second longer being in that marriage, that relationship. Like that was just it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think she, because of all the feelings that she had for Furio, now finding out for another person that Tony slept with, somehow made her not accept it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because made her not have a reason to keep up with this.
The facade.
And him treating her like that.
Yeah, because like he did what would usually work. Like he saw that she is, you know, feeling a certain type of way, and like the way that she is, you know, acting, behaving. Like he, I guess, feels that she is maybe moving away from him in some type of way. And so, like, again, she said, like, you just replaced an emerald ring with a fucking house. That's what he tried to do in this episode. And, like, she was very happy to receive that. And it would have all, let's say, gone back to normal had Irene not called in that exact moment.
Yeah.
When everything was maybe still fresh in Carmela's mind.
Exactly. Because, like, Furio, like the way that she described how she felt every day for Furio. Like, she said like that he saw her and like that was all she needed, you know. So like now when like she heard, she just couldn't take it anymore. Like it was just because like all those feelings for Furio and the way Furio treated her, the way that she would want to be treated, were still so fresh.
Yeah, there were so many moments in there yelling at each other.
So many sentences that they said to each other.
One specific sentence that I loved so much is that like she said that like I'm the one that knows you best. That's why you hate me, because like he mentioned like he cannot talk to her. Like that's why he cheats on her, because like he cannot talk to her like because he can talk to like other.
Exactly, he said that he talked to Svetlana.
Yeah,
that's why he slept with her, because like she basically screamed second before that, like what does she have that I don't?
Yeah,
you know.
The way that she just said that also heartbreaking.
That's what I want to say. These people, especially her, is really in pain, you know. So like no matter how much I think this is good for you or like whatever, you know, like still hurts to hear.
Yeah, I mean this is just like years. This is years of build up.
Yeah.
But like the way that they have just like laid everything out there. Like even he said, this is like the thing that we have wondered. Like he said, you knew what you were signing up for. You knew who I was. You knew the world that you were entering. You know.
So basically, don't pretend that you just wanted a Toyota or like Hyundai or something, and like a romantic guy or like, you know, like simple life. You could have had that, but like you didn't want that. You chose this.
Yeah, I mean that's also true.
That's 100% true, and I'm happy that like it was said out loud.
Yeah, I mean, because like that is her.
But like also what she said as well is that like she could have bear, let's say, I don't know.
She could have bore it. Is that the correct?
Yeah.
Bore.
He's cheating if only he was more tender towards her in the house. If he was more present, if he was more like if he treated her in the house.
Yeah. Like, it was not about the cheating bit of it, you know? I mean, sure it was, but, like, he didn't even try to pretend to be loving.
Yeah.
You know?
Which was also another thing that, like, we constantly talked about Carmela, that, like, again, that is the biggest problem that she has. Not his job, not what he's doing.
Of course.
Like, how he treats her.
Definitely not his job. Yeah. That was never a problem.
But I'm happy that he told her that, and I'm happy that we for 100%, even though we didn't know that, like, again, Chris was in the business, we know is in the business, we know that Chris's father was in the business.
Yeah, so but like we know that she knows what she was signing up for with this life. Yeah. You know, and she again in her own way chose it again because of what it brings. Like, Carmela is not a humble person, you know what I mean? Like, she has accepted each and every single gift that Tony gave. Like, she was like, 50,000, give me 50,000. You know, like, she has crossed those lines multiple times. And like...
But I still think that, like, I mean, now at this point, in this age, how old she is and what she lived, everything with Tony, doesn't matter. But, like, I still think that, like, she did marry him because she comes from a similar family.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Again, I think she is taught that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would not end up with somebody like Tony, you know? But, like, my entire life, I have been taught completely the opposite way, you know? Something like that could not happen to me, you know?
Of course.
That's why just what I want to say, that, like, I know, yes, she chose it, yes, she knew what she was signing up to, but just like also Adriana, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just like all our choices. Like, we can talk about having free will, and like, you do have free will, but like, also your free will is kind of restrained in the worldview that you have. You know, like, you're always gonna choose.
So
not
like
always,
it would
but, like,
have been
most likely you're gonna choose what's familiar.
We had that storyline, which is another interesting storyline with Meadow in this show. Again, we still don't know where it's gonna end up, you know. But like, at this point, let's say we know that she could have ended up with Jackie Jr. if Jackie Jr. was a bit nicer guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that would have been, in my opinion, her parents, I'm gonna say they would have been responsible in some ways.
Their influence.
Exactly. They would have influenced her to end up with this guy, you know? Like the fact was that Jackie Jr., but like, they also pushed her a bit towards college as well, trying at least, even though they did like his job and the way that Carmela was teaching her did leave a scar on Meadow, you know, and who she is right now. So like, in that way, like, Meadow could have ended up, you know, like, similar, but like, we're now seeing that, like, in some ways she did chose something different at the end, you know. Again, it's on the end, we don't know
but
yet.
Like,
but
so
like,
far she
so far it seems like that, like,
not going with what is expected maybe of her coming from this family.
What would I say that, like,
again, like, there was everything in this episode tied back to like all 4 seasons of their relationship. Like, I remember, was it one episode, like maybe in season 2, maybe I don't even fucking know, but just like it ended with Tony and Carmela like sitting down at a table and just not speaking to each other, but Tony at that point, I can't remember exactly what it was, but like, I feel Tony at that point like had a lot of things on his mind, and like, he just kept quiet, like, he was not saying a fucking word.
I
like,
mean, I remember a few of those.
That's what honestly. I mean, like that this is like a constant thing throughout this show, you know, like, they just simply do not speak to each other. And I think it's very fascinating to think that it's because like she knows him best, and that's why he cannot speak to her. It's almost like a mirror then to you. If you say like your worst qualities, like, you can speak to Svetlana, because Svetlana tells you you're a strong guy.
Yeah.
You know, Svetlana acknowledges you. Svetlana sees you in the light that you want to be seen. Whereas Carmela does not and cannot, because like she has seen every bit of you.
Yeah. And knows every bit of you.
Yeah. And so like in a way she is also, let's say, punished because of that.
Another part that like was very good, honestly, that like I would say even I forgot about, you know, in some ways
too.
was like when Tony told her
like I think that was like season 1, episode 1.
I don't know if it was episode.
Maybe like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Like I swear, like it was so, because like when he said it, like remember like, who says that you're gonna go to hell going into an X-ray machine? I was like, God, that was so long
ago in my mind. Like that was, we didn't even know them or their relationship at that time. I remember that at least.
Yeah, but again, that ties into her knowing him and knowing what he has done, and like that's why he cannot speak to her, because again he needs to believe himself to be a good man. You know, and like his wife, the person that loves him, tells him you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she says.
God, that was such a good line, honestly. And she apologized for that.
But, like, again...
Because at the end of the day, that is a cruel moment.
Yes, very cruel. Yeah. But, like, you know...
I mean, considering their relationship, that was not crossing a line. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I like. Their whole relationship is volatile. Like, what lines exist at this point? Like, I'm not sure.
But
when he punched through the wall...
Exactly, I was about to say. But, like, when she told him about Fury...
I can't.
I knew that he's not gonna punch her. I knew that he's not gonna hit her at any point.
Yes,
like I was not terrified, but like I just wanna say that in that moment, actress looked like she is terrified.
Literally.
In that moment, to me, I wasn't sure what is gonna happen.
No, like
I still thought he's not gonna hit her. Somehow that.
No, I'm watching it and it feels like a fever dream.
It
doesn't help that I do have a fever today. But like, I was like, am I imagining things? Like, is this like, I cannot explain. Like, this was so, what a fucking episode. What a piece of work. Like, what a...
Again, one of the best episodes, literally, in the whole show. Definitely tied season 4 to be my favorite season. You know what I mean? But like when you realized that like what she's about to say, and when she says it, like the way she felt about Furio. Honestly, couldn't be better, you know? Like, it couldn't be better said, written, performed.
But also in the midst of all this, like, them, like, laying out everything, he still lies. Yeah. Because, like, he said about the nail. It was not Svetlana's nail.
Yeah.
It was the other girl's nail.
Yeah.
He's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. As if it could have gotten worse, Tony. As if it could have gotten worse.
Literally.
But, like, again, they're both, in their own way, hypocrites.
I agree, and I just think that...
I mean, again, in their own ways and to their own degrees. Tony is much worse to me, you know, because of who he is and what he does. Carmela, again, is no saint. Like, far from it.
But also, like, what really was good, executed, good, written, in my opinion, was the part with the kids. And how much this is affecting them. How much they turn into... To me, 7-year-olds,
literally,
basically in those moments, not wanting their mom and dad divorce, not wanting. It's like their whole world is changing, and like they are again. We saw how much Meadow is fighting with duality in her emotions. You know, like she wants her mom and dad, but at the same time, she is angry that her mom has allowed him to do that. Like turn a blind eye for years and years, and you know.
Yeah.
No, honestly, somehow to me that felt like that was very emotional in my opinion.
Yeah, and like just seeing AJ coming to Tony to be like, can I be here with you? Like, can I live here? That is the part that like made me feel most heartbroken about this marriage coming to an end.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, just the kids.
But did it feel 100% final for you?
I have no clue.
Because for me, it didn't feel final.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But like, I don't know what to.
Because I thought when it comes to it, like again, we have waited for so long. I thought it was gonna feel completely final.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know I don't know if I'm correct in seeing this way. Just that, let's say when AJ asking to live with his father, and his father doesn't want to hurt his mother.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed to me like he, even though maybe he would want to live with AJ or something like.
Yeah.
it's
still,
one of
like,
the
doing
first
things.
times we see him actually, not one of the first times, but like, yes, we see a guy who has been in this season selfish 105%.
Yeah.
Like the only times when he did something, he did it out of guilt or like because he needed to, because it was gonna be good for him as well, you know. He was at never point unselfish.
Yeah.
You know? So like to me in this episode, in this moment where he's separating with his with Carmela and like with all of this is happening, I honestly thought that like there were moments when he was first time in his life thinking about Carmela. I don't know if he is doing those things hoping that like they're gonna go back together, you know?
Yeah.
Or if he just doesn't wanna
like
hurt Carmela
like
again.
he is such a character where I cannot tell you these things, you know, because like again, I am not saying that he doesn't feel things, especially not for Carmela and the kids. You know, I really believe that he feels things about them.
100%.
Like if it was anyone else, I could tell you if it was about anyone else, I can tell you that's completely calculated and everything, and that he's just doing it to like for the facade of it. But like when it comes to this, I'm uncertain. You know, if I want to see the worst in him, then it's me believing that he is still like playing the long game.
Can I tell you, it didn't feel that way to me. I honestly, I don't know. Maybe maybe he tricked me.
No,
but like it really
don't
didn't feel
know,
that way for me. I'm not saying he doesn't want to go back. I think he would. Just like Malfi said, you are never gonna leave your wife. She's gonna leave you. So like that is still something that I think he would want to go back together immediately, you know.
I think so as well.
But I honestly, to me, it felt like he is sad that it came to this. He knows it's his fault, and he doesn't want to hurt her. That's how it felt to me, you know.
Yeah,
it really felt to me like he doesn't want to hurt her more, because maybe if he was just angry and petty that she's doing this, he would want AJ at his side, you know, like he would, like I feel like some people would do that.
I mean, I think it was good when he accepted to leave the house.
Exactly.
You know, I think that was
and in that moment nobody even asked her. Yes, she asked before, you know, but like she accepted that he's gonna live there.
Yeah.
You know, and like he came to conclusion. And
I mean, she didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
He was like, I bought this house, so like I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
And she quite literally ran up the stairs, you know what I mean? Like she didn't have much of a choice here in this matter. So like that was again a selfish thing. But like after that, like when he left and did everything, like that was potentially a thing that he did thinking about her.
I think so as well. So that and him doing that for the first time after so long, I would say, just makes me think that maybe that's why it didn't feel final. Maybe that's why it felt like more is gonna be with them, you know,
like they're gonna get back together.
I really don't know.
Like season 5 is about to be so interesting to me because like we have never seen them not be together.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what that entails for either one of them.
I mean, especially
not
Carmela.
Like I really don't know what that entails for
Tony
her.
I can see, but like for Carmela,
for Tony he's gonna continue with it. Like he has always had the girlfriends. Like I didn't even know he had a wife. I don't know who's gonna cook for him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But like for Carmela, I have no idea what that's gonna, like what she's gonna do. Like what if she's gonna like start working as a real estate, like something for real estate, what she wanted to do. Like she's gonna start dating. Like how is she gonna feel about it all? Like I really I'm so excited to watch season 5 with all those questions.
Honestly, I cannot wait.
This season,
phenomenal.
Such a good season.
Phenomenal.
Like
really.
I think it might be my favorite, and then we go like 4, then 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure how to.
Maybe 3 and then 2.
Let's
my
say.
Opinion, but like first season for me had the best story as a whole season.
Yeah.
But like this season had, in my opinion, every episode was perfection. Like
phenomenal.
In season 1, we just got to know Tony, got to fall in love in the show, to meet like his story with Livia, therapy sessions. So like I honestly cannot say any story in this show is gonna be better. Like in that regard, season 1 is always gonna be my favorite in some ways season, you know what I mean? Just because of that storyline and the way that like I started feeling for the show. I honestly really fell in love with the show in that season. That's one of my favorite first seasons of any show.
Yeah.
I can really say that. But this season had every episode 10 out of 10. And just like every episode had its story, you know, like a whole a small story in every episode was like perfection.
No, I think like
so like as a whole, yes, I think this was a stronger season, let's say, you know.
No, I think this was such a phenomenal season. Like I love, and like to finish it off with such an episode. Like that completely just concentrates on their marriage and everything.
Especially because we have waited for 4 seasons.
Like this is the episode that we have deserved. You know, like after all this build up and after everything, like it felt in a way cathartic. To just like say this all out loud finally. Like I think it was perfect. Like just the fact that this season has constantly had this thread of Carmela and Furio throughout it. Like just like to like build this up. It was literally done so well. I have like no words. I mean, there's the whole thing with like Johnny Sack and everything, and I think that's definitely gonna come back. Like the way that they were looking at each other at the end. Like I think that's definitely gonna, you know, be an important bit in season 5 and season 6 because like now Johnny, I don't even appreciates Tony much, and I don't know what would happen if Carmine dies. Like, does his son take over? Does, like, in a way, Johnny Sack take over? Because if Johnny Sack takes over, he does not gonna feel, like, warm towards Tony in this, you know? Like, it felt like the way they were looking at each other, like, that there was, like, the show was foreshadowing something.
I mean, yes. I love when Johnny said, like, because like Tony's constantly like, I should not be hearing this, I should not, I should not be hearing this, and then Tony says, and then Johnny said, but you did hear it, like we did make a deal, and you betrayed me, you like backed away after you made it, you know.
Even though like for Tony's part, it would make sense for him to back away completely. You know, because like it is about Johnny's...
no reason to do that
literally
whatsoever.
No, because like he was doing it for Johnny.
He made the deal with Johnny.
Literally.
You know?
And that was it.
But like now he technically, in Johnny's eyes, he betrayed him. You know, he didn't continue with the deal. He broke it. So like, yes, whatever, he's not gonna have the same feelings towards Tony. The same feeling of, let's say, potential partnership,
whatever it is. I think we're definitely gonna see. It seems just like the beginning of it. So like that's what we're gonna. Again, I can't think of anything except Tony and Carmela in this episode.
Honestly,
everything was brilliant, but just like
that
Tony
was
and
by
Carmela,
far the strongest part.
Everything else disappeared in my mind.
God. Okay, guys.
That's it. I think.
Honestly, I don't know if this was a good enough review, even after so many hours. But it's the best one we can give you right now. Honestly.
Thank
you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.